everyone, Maya here from MaiStoryBook, and I am very excited to be back for our new interactive read aloud of the month. Now, I am currently on holiday break, and I'm sure many of you are too, and I hope you've had a wonderful break. I know that I have had a lot of time to relax, but I've also spent my break making some new interactive read alouds for MaiStoryBook, and this is one of my new favorites that I would love to share with you. So this is a newly released children's book called Carmela Full of Wishes by author Matt de la Pena and illustrated by Christian Robinson. Now those two authors and illustrators might sound familiar to you because they are the author and illustrator of another book that's been featured on MaiStoryBook, The Last Stop on Market Street. Another beautiful story about family. But one reason I really wanted to share this story, especially around this time of year, is that it's a lot about gratitude and sibling love and wishes. An amazing story to remind us of the importance of family and really appreciating everything and everyone around us. I know with me and my firsties, my first graders, we spent a lot of the past week talking about gratitude and things that we are thankful for. And stories like this one that we're going to read today really give us time to think about and talk about places, people, and relationships that we're really thankful about. Now, just a reminder, this is an interactive read aloud, which means that I'll be asking questions throughout the story to really engage you in conversation. So I'll be pausing a little bit, giving you some time to think about, see what you see in the pictures, and answer some questions that I'll be asking. It'll be fun, and it's like we're reading together, you and me, in real life, sitting right next to each other. And at the end, there'll be a cool craft that you can check out that connects back to our story. Alright, my friends, so are you ready to get started? Let's begin with this week's interactive read aloud. So the title of this week's featured read aloud is Carmela Full of Wishes, written by Matt de la Pena and illustrated by Christian Robinson. So my friends, whenever you see two names on the cover, that means that one person wrote it and one person drew the pictures. So there are two different people who helped make this book. The author is who writes it, Matt de la Pena, and the illustrator is who draws the pictures, Christian Robinson. So let's take a look at the cover here, my friends. What do you see? Yeah, there's a lot going on, huh? I see some birds, some seagulls over here, and I see a little girl. I wonder if this is Carmela. What do you think? Probably. And in the title it says Full of Wishes, and what do you see that she's holding here in her hand? It's a flower, right? A dandelion. And my friends, have you ever seen a dandelion before? What do you know about dandelions? Well, what I know about dandelions is that when I was a younger kid, and actually I still do it now, I like to pick them, and then you blow on them, and all the little flowers on the dandelion, they fly away, and if they all fly away, you get to make a wish. So I wonder, the title says Full of Wishes, she has a dandelion here. What do you think are some things she might wish for? Yeah, she could wish for all kinds of things, huh? What do you wish for when you have a dandelion that you blow on? Or what would you wish for? Those sounds like great wishes. Let's begin our story and see what Carmela Full of Wishes is all about. So this is our title page, which means it tells us the title of our book again, Carmela Full of Wishes, our author and our illustrator down here. And ooh, I see this beautiful scenery going on here. Wonder if this is where Carmela lives. Carmela scooted along the uneven dirt path. Means it's kind of bumpy. Watching men stoop to work with their hands, her birthday bracelets jingling and jingling. The thick greenhouse air smelled of marigolds and overturned earth and fresh manure. Birthday bracelets, my friend, so it sounds like it's her birthday. And it looks like there's some people back here. They're working in the fields. Carmela knew exactly what manure was, but she didn't want to think about that. Not today. My friends, why does she not want to think about manure? Do you know what manure is? Manure is like cow poo, right? And it actually helps plants grow, but does it smell too good? Not really. Ooh, look what's going on here. Looks like her birthday party, huh? Today she awoke to candles in her pancakes and her mom saying happy birthday to you and told her, go on mija, make a wish. But Carmela's wish had already come true. She was finally old enough to go with her big brother. So what was Carmela's wish? To go with her big brother? I wonder where they're going. Where do you think she and her big brother are going to go? Yeah, maybe somewhere really cool. And what a fun birthday morning, my friends. What happens on your birthday morning? Do you get pancakes with candles? Ooh, well that sounds really fun too. Carmela followed as he cut back onto the street at Freedom Boulevard. Past the crowded bus stop and fenced-off repair shop. Past the old folks' home where 200 old women waved smiles. Past the huge home improvement store where her dad used to stand around weekend mornings waiting for work. So take a look at this picture here, my friends. What do you see in the neighborhood, the community where Carmela lives? Or maybe you heard some things in this story I was reading. Yeah, I see, look, popsicle stands. Yeah, down here, rosas flores. Flores is Spanish for flowers. So you might have noticed there's some Spanish in this book, and maybe you'll know some of the words. Carmela tried to make small talk with her brother as their metal cart rattled, but her brother didn't make small talk back. He didn't really want her tagging along. Too bad, she told him with her glare. Does brother want Carmela to come with him? Doesn't really sound like it. But does she care? Nope, she's just happy to go, right? What do you see in his shopping cart here? Wonder where they're going with it. My friends, what do you see going on here? Looks like she has that dandelion, the same one from the cover, maybe? Wonder what she's going to do with it. Make another wish? Just outside the laundromat, she picked a lone dandelion growing along the concrete weeds. She pulled a breath and leaned toward the fuzzy white bulb, but just before she could blow, her brother butted in. Did you even make a wish? You're supposed to make a wish. Everyone knows that. Of course I made a wish, she told him. But it was a lie. Carmela didn't know. She almost blew it without making the wish. My friends, if you found a dandelion on the sidewalk, what would you wish for? Cool wishes. Carmela helped her brother sort clothes one-handed, helped him load the washers one item at a time. While their clothes spun, her imagination turned, each new thought ushered in by a jingle of her birthday bracelets. My friends, so what was in the cart that brother was pushing? Clothes for the laundry, and that bottle in the cart must have been the laundry soap. So where they're at is called a laundromat. So some people don't have the laundry machine in their home, so they go to this place where you put some coins in and then you wash your clothes there. My friends, do you go to the laundromat too, or do you have a laundry machine in your own home? Yeah, either one works. Your clothes still get washed. Her brother found the sound annoying and shot her a dirty look. Too bad, she told him with her glare. My friends, do you have brothers and sisters? If you do you sometimes give them dirty looks? Yeah, but you love them anyways, right? She jingled her bracelets as she rode up to Miss Maria's vegetable stand, imagining a machine built into her bedroom wall, one that would spit out anything she could think of, but mostly candies. My friends, do you think that's what she's going to wish for? A machine that makes candies? That'd be a cool wish, huh? She jingled her bracelets in line at the locksmith shop, imagining her mom sleeping in one of those fancy hotel beds she spent all day making for her fancy guests. So it looks like they're going all over to different places in the town, right? And what's the wish she's thinking about on this page? A fancy bed like her mom makes for fancy guests. And if you're listening, this page kind of gave us a clue about what her mom does for work. What is her mom's job? Sounds like she helps make beds, so maybe she's a housekeeper or she might work in a hotel, making the beds and cleaning the rooms. And she jingled her bracelets at the bodega down the block from their old apartment building, imagining her dad getting his papers fixed so he could finally be home. Oh, so what about this wish, my friends? So that her father can finally be home? Well, for families who weren't born in America, to come to America, they need to have papers that say that they can come in. And without the papers, sometimes families are separated and they don't get to be together. Sounds like Carmela's wishing that her father gets his special papers, that she can come and they can all be a whole family again. That sounds like a pretty good wish, doesn't it? Yeah, when families are forced, have to be separated, that's really not a good idea, is it? Doesn't seem very fair. And again, she jingled her bracelets outside the pharmacy, eyeing the shiny new bikes in the window. Her brother stopped in his tracks. Look at brother, how is he feeling? Not too happy, huh? Why do you have to be so annoying? She thrummed her bracelets at him and said, "It's a free country." So brother still doesn't want her to really be there, huh? The only time she didn't reach for her bracelets was when her brother ducked into his friend's house. Carmela slumped down on the curb, kind of lowered her shoulders and drooped her head like she wasn't feeling too happy, huh? Silently imagining all the things she could turn him into. The slimy pink tail of a rat, a cockroach scurrying away from the light, a wheelbarrow full of manure left in the sun. How is she feeling about brother right now, who just ran off and left her outside while he went to his friend's house? Not too happy with him, huh? So she's thinking about wishing that he might turn into one of those things. She stared down at the dandelion in her hand. It seemed so much more important now that she knew it was a place to put her wishes. But what if she made the wrong choice? So with the dandelion, you only get one wish, and what is she worried about? That she needs to make the right wish, right? She only gets one. That's a tough choice. Carmela tried to hop a curb on the long trip home, but her tire caught and her handlebars twisted and she went crashing onto the concrete. Oh no. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. But then, oh no, my friends, what happened to her flower? Uh-oh, looks like all the flower petals fell off. Did she make her wish, you think? I hope so. But then she saw her dandelion crushed beside the drain. She looked up at her big brother, warm tears rolling down her cheeks. He lifted up her scooter. You okay? She shook her head and pointed. My wish. Does it sound like she made her wish? Oh no. He took her by the arm and led her back up the block, past the laundromat and the flea market, past the greenhouses and the smell of manure, past the overgrown park and across the train tracks. Where do you think they're going, my friends? Looks kind of, maybe this is the water, the beach? He didn't stop until they made it to an abandoned farmhouse where no one's living in anymore, near a cliff overlooking the sea. Close your eyes, he said. What do you think the surprise is, my friends? I don't know. Says brother? Brother was being kind of not so nice to her before, but how is he mean towards her now? Is he being kind, or do you think he's trying to trick her or something? I think he's being kind. Recognize these birds, my friends? From the cover? Carmela closed them. Now make your wish, he said. Carmela listened to the ocean's hum in the distance. She listened to the squawking birds. She listened to the wind whistling past her ears. So brother's telling her to make a wish? Maybe she can still make it even though her dandelion broke earlier. My friends, what do you see on this page? What do you notice? Yeah, I see dandelions all over the ground. I see all the little dandelion flowers drifting through the air, right? All the birds. Then she opened her eyes. She saw hundreds of tiny white spores. Tiny white spores, that's what they call the little white flowers on the dandelion. Lifting into the air, floating out towards the far-off surf. The sky was full of wishes. My friends, where did brother take Carmela? To a dandelion field near the sea, where now there's hundreds of wishes floating around. Let's go, her brother said. Don't you want to know my wish, she asked. He shook his head. If you tell, it won't come true. Have you heard that before, my friends? If you tell a wish, it doesn't come true, so you gotta keep them special inside. She looked back one last time, then took off her bracelets and followed her brother home. Why do you think she took off her birthday bracelets? I don't know. Those are all good ideas. So, sometimes in stories, they don't tell you why the characters, the people in the story sometimes do things, and you have to think about it in your own head and make your own decisions about what happened. And there's no right or wrong answer. It's whatever you think in your own head. It's pretty cool. It's like you get to tell part of the story. The end, my friends. So that was the story of Carmela Full of Wishes. My friends, what is something that you liked about this story or something that you remember? Yeah. You know what I thought was really cool about this story was how we got to go all over her town and see where Carmela lived. And at every place, we got to kind of learn about her family while she talked about the wishes that she wanted to make, right? We learned about her father, how he needed his papers to come join them. The mother, do you remember about the mother? The fancy bed. We learned about Carmela wanting the machine full of candies, right? About her brother. What do you think about her brother? Is he a good brother? I think overall he was a good brother, right? There are some times when he was maybe not so good a brother, left her outside while he played with his friend. But then when it really counted, when she was really sad and upset, did he help take care of her? He did. You know what, my friends? That's what's really important, is that when you really need them there, that the people you love will always be there to help you, support you, and make you feel better. I hope you have people special like that in your life, too. Alright, my friends, well, I hope you got to think about some of the wishes that you would make. Maybe some wishes that would help you and help your family. Wishes that could help give other people a better life and make them happy too. So let's move on to this week's craft that I wanted to show you. It's a fun one and a really cool one that you can make right at home. So in the book, there was a lot of talk about Carmela's birthday bracelets, and they seemed really special to her, right? She really liked them. And there's that special part on the end where she takes them off while she walks home with her brother. Remember the part where we got to be the storytellers and kind of make up the story for why she took them off? Well, so for this week's craft is we are making our own paper birthday bracelets. And they are super cool and super simple to make, fit right on your hand. And all you need is paper and some tape. And I'm going to show you real quick just a short little demo of how you do it. So I like to use two-sided piece of paper or with two different colors on each side. That way when you make your bracelet, it's multicolored. Now if you don't have double-sided paper, you can also use two separate pieces of paper and then you just put them back to back like this, and then you have double-sided. I'm going to use this one because it's a bit easier to show you. So all you do is you take the paper and you kind of fold it triangle-wise, so it makes like a triangle, except you don't fold it all the way. You fold it just a little bit so that you still see some of the other side, so you see the two different colors. Then you fold it, make sure you put a good crease, and you're pretty much done, because all you do now, flip it over to this side so that you see only one color, and then you'll start folding. So you'll fold this part up like this. I'm going to do it down here, then I can show you. So you have this part facing you, the part where you don't see both colors. You only see one color. So this side has two colors. You want to see the side with just one. And then you fold it up down here and look. You'll see two little colors here. Or you'll see the other color. And then you just keep folding it up again. And again, you just fold it up another time. And look at that, you start seeing this stripe pattern over there. It's forming on the edges, you fold it up again, there's the next stripe, you keep folding it up, and then there you go, you got this cool pattern. All you do now is you could put some little tape here to keep this little part down, and then you just fold it up. These parts kind of slid in to make the bracelet, but I would also put some extra tape. And there you go, you have another paper bracelet. I don't have the tape with me, so it's not going to stay, but you tape it, and then you can go ahead and wear it like a cool paper bracelet. So now Carmela has a bunch of them, so you could make several of them. All you need is a square piece of paper. This one was 6 inches by 6 inches, and you can have a whole bunch of birthday bracelets for you. And as you wear them, you can talk about the story, use your own birthday bracelets, and maybe go dandelion hunting yourself and make your own wishes. Alright, my friends, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's Read Aloud and our craft. I am very excited to be back and doing some read alouds with you. Our next read aloud that will be released is going to be a holiday themed, a very fun read aloud that I'm sure you will enjoy. Another character that we've read about before is going to be making another appearance in a holiday themed read aloud. So please stay tuned. Again, I want to thank you for all your support in following my storybook and keeping up with our interactive read-alouds. I know that I haven't been uploading as frequently. I've been very busy with my first graders in my first year of teaching and sharing some books with them as well in the classroom. But of course, there are still amazing books out there that I'd love to share with all of you, so I'm very excited for this opportunity to continue. So please stay tuned. We have some fun holiday read-alouds coming up. And if you ever have suggestions of stories or books that you want to hear read aloud, please comment below. Alright, my friends, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, on the blog, MaiStoryBook, here on YouTube, on Twitter. All the social media links can be found down below. And please reach out, share with me about how your reactions to the read aloud, your crafts that you're making, any of your favorite stories. I love hearing from you and always reply back. Alright, my friends, well, have a great holiday season. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving or are having some great time with family. And until next time, happy reading.